Welcome to the Astro Forecast for the week of July 29th to August 4th. We are coming up to the end of July and we are fresh off of the moon moving into Leo. We had that big full moon in Capricorn the last week, and we're now sort of integrating from that. And as we start out the week on Monday, July 29th, we have a fourth quarter moon phase in Taurus. That is slow living, y'all. This is a time to take your time, go slow, slow and methodical. I know that Leo season fire is burning bright, but we wanting to indulge in the senses, the sensual parts of life, eating lovely food, enjoying time with friends, really just enjoying life. And it's not going to feel like we're wanting to move full steam ahead on anything, especially because Mercury is almost stationary retrograde. It's going to go retrograde next Monday. So there's sort of this slowing down period that we're all sort of feeling, such as life in summer here in the Northern Hemisphere. We tend to want to slow down. And at this time, this day itself, there isn't any, too many aspects until later in the day. There is a moon square to Mercury that's more so in the evening. And that's going to feel more so like our head versus heart. So we might not be able to make any big decisions this week, and that's totally fine, right? And then there isn't any on Tuesday, July 30th, we do have a couple aspects to the moon that makes us want to like take on everything and say yes and be very optimistic and have a lot of energy and vitality. But we can get ourselves into trouble later on if we say yes to too many things. So be really discerning with your resources, right? Especially this week because of another aspect that's going to be coming up. And then we have a very intuitive Thursday and Friday of this week because the moon will be in Cancer. And so you can feel very emotional, intuitive, really tapping into your inner senses and feeling what you're noticing within you. And then Friday, August 2nd, is the first major aspect of the week, and it's Venus square to Uranus. So Venus is what we love and value. It's our beauty, aesthetics, relationship to money, relationships in general. And Uranus is change, chaos, and upheaval, right? So these two things coming together, not so great for the stock market, not so great for trying to make any big changes. This is impulsivity and erratic decision making at its worst, right? So this is not a great time to like cut bangs or get a tattoo on the fly, just not a good day to do that. If you've been thinking about it for a long time, sure, go ahead and do it. You have free will, of course. But today, you're not going to see things very clearly. And there can be a lot of disruptions to relationships at this time. Money markets, we might see a disruption in finances in the stock market. And because Uranus is in Taurus, so there's still Taurus rules the banking system. And this aspect brings unexpected changes to relationships and finances. This aspect can create a sense of restlessness and a desire for freedom. Be open to new experiences and innovative solutions, but beware of impulsive decisions that may disrupt stability. So you might just want to like burn it all down today. Honor the feeling, take a deep breath. Maybe go on a little car ride with yourself and just being like, okay, let's let the universe show me where I'm supposed to go. Like no big decisions today. Okay. On Friday, so that's Friday. On Sunday, August 4th, it's a big day. First of all, there's three aspects on this day, but we're going to feel these aspects kind of Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday of next week. So it's going to be sort of a very jam-packed, energetic sort of week ahead at the beginning of the week. So on Sunday, August 4th, we have the new moon in Leo. What a beautiful moon to manifest. So the sun and the moon are going to be together at the same degree, which is 12 degrees of Leo. And this aspect will be happening at 5:12 a.m. Mountain Standard Time or 7:12 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. So during this time, this is a really wonderful moon to manifest, to set your intention to create your sort of next 6 months in terms of how you want to shine your light. Where do you want to be a voice out into the world? What's your special gifts and talents? Leo rules the fun house, right? It's what we love and value, our the way we create things. It's also the house of love, romance, and children, right? Because we create children from love. That's the idealistic view, but that is, children came together as a creation of two people. So, with this new moon in Leo, it's a wonderful time to set an intention, bold, creative intentions. And there's support from Jupiter, Mars, and the North Node. So, what that means is this is a time where we have optimism. We can expand whatever we touch. We have the motivation and drive to make manifest something in the world. And the North Node is our karmic destiny as a collective in Aries. Like, this is pioneering, bold energy. So, this is a moon that's asking you to step up into your purpose, passion, mission. What was your soul's calling? Is your soul's calling? And your soul's calling evolves with time, right? The more you uncover about yourself, the more you realize your soul's calling is kind of shifting you into higher and higher realms. And it might not be, exactly what you thought it was going to be. I like there was a coach that once said, you have a number of assignments in your life, and every assignment is leading you through and to your purpose and mission. So this is going to be a lovely new moon for that. Encourages personal growth and new beginnings. The energy is ripe for initiating projects that align with your true passions. Any intentions set at this time will come to fruition at the next full moon in Leo, which is on February 12th, 2025. So set an intention now for what you want to manifest into the world in terms of your gifts and talents, your creative endeavors, something that feels true to your soul that maybe you're feeling a little scared to articulate, or maybe you're nervous that it's going to shake up the world in some way, or people will judge you or think you, who are you to do that? Set that intention and put it on the calendar for February 12th, and allow your next right steps to just bring and allow the universe to show you your next right steps, right? Slow and steady. Because here's the thing is we're going into a Mercury retrograde on Monday. So there's not going to be any big forward momentum in terms of doing things and actioning and creating things. You're now in review, revise, and reassess already. We're already in that energy now because it's already stationary retrograde on this moment on the Sunday, August 4th. So not a time that we're going to be moving forward. This is a time to really percolate on like what's coming up from your soul, what calls to you, what excites your heart. When you help people in a certain way, what is that? What does that feel like to you? Like I was a sales rep in the food industry, right? And before then I was a purchaser, and before that I was a server. Every job I've done, I'm helping people along the way. So you think as a purchasing manager for the KEG head office, well, how was I helping people? I was actually in a lot of wonderful relationships with like buyers and vendors, and helping them in their careers, and people who worked at distributing sites and stuff. It was all about relationships, really. And it was interesting because after I left that job and moved to my next job, there was a lot of people after that that didn't talk to me because I wasn't in that status or in that place, and it hurt my heart. I was like, I thought I was being I'm super genuine in any job I am in, and I felt not seen because there were so many people that just had to be nice to me because of my position. And I was like, well, that sucks, right? I never want that ever. And thank you for showing me who you are. Right. So interesting that the more that I follow my purpose and mission, the more I realize who's not aligned for me and who is. And that means nothing about me. It just means who I'm on the journey with. But isn't it interesting that we make that mean something? These friends won't like me. My family will think I'm bonkers. You know what? Your family is actually going to be super excited that you're following on your path, purpose, and mission, and your success will be this, that will speak volumes, right? That will be your biggest protector, is your success. So don't worry, and go slow, right? We're always wanting to go slow and be safe in the way that we take care of ourselves, our money, our family. So this isn't about making big changes and burn the bridges and, run off to Nepal. Like this is about really being safe with yourself and your family. If you have children or you're married, like you're not just going on this journey by yourself. And if you are going on this journey by yourself, have fun, go do the thing. What's holding you back, right? Like there's ways to do it with safety. Always do the thing with safety, right? Great time to manifest that. Also on this day, which is another reason we don't want to make super big changes, is Venus at 29 degrees of Leo is in conjunct Neptune at 29 degrees of Pisces retrograde. So an in conjunct is a need for adjustment between these two planets, and Neptune is the fog in any hard aspect. So this Venus at 29 degrees, she wants to be acknowledged. She's going to be freaking impatient, annoyed, and frustrated when people don't see her heart. You're going to see that in the collective. So you might notice for yourself that you're really triggery on the weekend because you're like, why is no one appreciating me? I have a Venus in Leo, and I literally just had a conversation with my child about like, when you say these things, this is how I feel. Okay. And I love to do for you. I will do for you to the ends of the earth, right? Leo's children. And I just need a thank you. Or I just need a thank you for taking that time to do this for me, mama. Like, just thank you. Be grateful, because I could tell you to go take the bus, or I could tell you to like go do things on your own. I mean, I would kill my heart. Right? I want to do for her, for him, and for my children. Like I love doing that. I love being the person that can take them and do the things, because my parents were super busy, right? But they did drop me off and pick me up at parties and stuff, because they wanted to know I was safe, right? And who I was with, right? So I can be so thankful for that now. I mean, as a child, you're sort of just like, think this is your world, and you don't often notice that it's thankful. You should be thankful and grateful that your parents are doing this stuff for you. And how do you not know until your parents tell you, right? With love, not yelling, right? Just like, hey, just so you know, when you act like this is how I feel. And I know I'm responsible for how I feel, but I also think you need to know the ramifications of your actions. So, thank you for getting up early and doing this thing for me, or thank you for spending this money to go and do these things. And I know it's above and beyond what we would normally do. You're welcome. Happy to do it. Right. I just need the thank you. So that thank you and acknowledgement is going to be loud, 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 loud this coming weekend. Okay. So just note that for yourself. Notice when you feel triggered because somebody didn't acknowledge you, or your kids weren't taking you for granted. It's okay. Venus and Leo at 29 degrees. And Venus later in the day, like at the end of the day, is going to move into Virgo. So it's an intense day on the Sunday, because not only is she making all these aspects at the 29-degree mark, and a 29-degree mark in astrology is called the anaretic degree or critical degree. And it's about how much did you learn of that sign. So it'll express the harder aspects of that sign to help us see, like, did you learn the lesson? Because it's moving on to the next sign now. Right? This is all, it's like we're in Earth school, So this Venus in Leo 29 degree is really just asking us to notice when we get triggered because we're taking for granted. Notice when we're dimming our light because someone else doesn't like it or feels hurt by it, betrayed by it, feels less than by it, and it's not your fault, right? You get to shine your light and allow others to be in their experience of it. And you can help them if they ask you and share with you their experience or not, right? It's really about you. It's really about you feeling safe to be who you are in your skin. That's Leo energy. So when Venus moves into Virgo later at that day in the evening, this is now getting from sort of this fiery, passionate, what is my mission, to now being in service. Virgo is about being in service. It is about organized discipline, discernment, and using our energy for the highest and best for all concerned, right? But Venus in Virgo can be meticulous, detail oriented, but nitpicky and perfectionist and kind of really hard on people. It also can be a controlling position. So focus on love expressed through acts of service, right? Venus in Virgo is acts of service. Venus in Leo is words of affirmation. You look beautiful. Thank you for doing that. I see you. You are amazing, right? So Venus in Virgo is acts of service now. And you'll notice this transition over the next few weeks, that this doing for others or wanting to do for others, because that's Venus, and then others being appreciative of that, or maybe not, can still be remnants of Leo, depending on where Venus is in your chart. But this is a great time to pay attention to details, a great time to improve relationships, creative projects through hard work and dedication, and appreciate the beauty in everyday tasks, and find joy in being helpful. I love that. Find joy in being helpful in a way that feels safe and honors your time, energy, resources for you. Right now, Venus in Virgo, that's when Mercury is going to go retrograde in Virgo, and that is happening on Monday. So we're already stationary retrograde on Sunday. So you might notice that things are going to slow down. Miscommunications already happened. Travel disruptions are happening. Like, just be patient, right? Venus or Mercury in Virgo is its home sign. It loves to be there. But when Mercury goes retrograde in its home signs of Gemini and Virgo, it is extremely disruptive for the collective, because it's like that energy of normally like flow and beauty and it just all feels right is now going the opposite direction, right? And we can use it for details going back in time now, looking at reviewing, reassessing, realigning our lives, looking at the details and where do they not match up with our ideal, or what we thought we were going to be at this time. What do we need to release to be in true joy? I always say peace comes through detachment. Like, what are you not accepting? The fastest path to peace is acceptance. So what are you not accepting in your life right now? Or what do you think is going to happen that may or may not happen? What are you anticipating, right? So wishing you a wonderful week ahead. The dynamic energy of this new moon. I mean, the beginning half of the week, we are losing light. So there's a lot of kind of getting rid of things, slowing down, releasing. Could be really tired this week as well, right? With the balsamic moon, we can be very, very sleepy. So just take the naps, right? That's that Taurus moon at the beginning of the week, and just enjoy and relax and just kind of settle into like, where do you want to be? This is all setting us up for September. Okay, because Mercury is going to be retrograde all of August. So most of August till the 28th. So this is a time of just kind of really settling into like, what makes me happy? What do I feel really aligned to do right now? Asking yourself these questions of like, what would make me really like my life so joyful, and start to implement in September. Now is a time of percolation. All right. Wishing you a great week. Thanks for being here.